Hi there, my name is Anna and I'm a psychic medium. So if you found this video, there's definitely something here for you. I'm a tarot reader and an oracle reader as well. And I'm a Reiki healer. So I have a lot of things. I do many things, okay? I do many things. If you like the vibes, stay because there's something happening. I'm just putting my keyboard down because I need more space for the cards that are gonna come out soon. So I've tried to record this video with in another way, in a more cutesy way, but for some reason it wasn't working out. So I decided to just go ahead and record it like this. Very, very casual style, non-edit type of thing. So I was if sorry if there's sounds of my microphone. I'm really trying to find the perfect spot so you can hear my voice nicely, but also it's not too close to my mouth so it doesn't sound weirdly, you know. So before, when I was trying to do your reading and I saw 111 in the clock, I had this just energy of someone that it's very independent. So there's this emperor masculine energy, and I saw in my third eye the emperor card being like highlighted, and just this very like almost like working like a lot of work, okay? There's being a period of your life maybe right now, and I want to make sure to kind of give you like not necessarily a full description because I don't think it applies for everyone. You know, each of us, we can look at a collective reading and just dissect a few things that will align with what we are and where we are in our lives, right? But I want to still say it in case this is not for everyone, right? Because I don't believe it's for everyone. So if you're here, first of all, that's the biggest like sign because this channel is very, very, very small. I just started recording videos right now, so it's not like super, like trendy or whatever. I've just started. So if you already felt called to this vibe, um there might be something here for you. And you know what, I'm gonna maybe you know what, it's okay, gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there and we're gonna start. My name is Anna, so I don't know if I already mentioned that, but gonna repeat it because why not? Um, and I'm gonna connect with your energy right now to kind of what is this energy spirit? Can you please tell me uh what is this people working on? Like what are you working on if if you are the one with the reading? And one wanted to come out, and it was the Three of Cups, which represents friendship. It represents networking, nice relationships. So you might be working on a relationship, okay? Um, or you might be working on getting better at the relationship with yourself, which is pretty nice. I feel like you are the type of person that had been too hard on yourself. You know, you have been too hard on yourself your entire life, I'm hearing. So same here. Same here. Um and now you feel like you just want to pass that phase of your life, okay? And that's why you're maybe having a conflict because you're super independent and type A girly, and you might want to just kind of make peace with that side of yourself, but also kind of get in touch with this more feminine or just go with the flow type of vibe that you might be wanting to implement in whatever you're already doing. So it's more like almost like you're trying to implement that side of you, or you're trying to build that side of you or reconnect with that side of yourself and bring it back into the reality that you're already building for yourself, which is very independent, very driven, almost like you're having a business or you're a social media creator or you want to. And I'm seeing someone really putting a lot of work into creating digital products or online services, like someone that's at really that stage of I want to become I'm hearing I want to become a millionaire. Okay? So you might be working on that. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. I want to take some time to thank God for this wonderful energy that's coming through and connecting all of us. We are really yeah. So there's the sorry, yeah, I forgot. I always forget that they're naked. This is a lover's card. So again, you're working on uh, it's sorry, but I have to say there's a lot of relationship vibes over here. Might be like a love relationship. And also, like I mentioned before, that divine and masculine energy coming together in peace. So it's also like, yeah. So for some of you, I'm hearing maybe five of you, and I know it's just very specific. For five of you, it might be an actual relationship, but for most of you, I'm hearing business. Okay. And I'm hearing business, it's how you do business and how you bring yourself into work, how, like, what is your attitude, right? Are you really a go getter, or are you willing to be a bit more flexible or asking for help, right? I'm hearing that, and I don't usually say these words. So, mind you, if you say these things, this is another sign, you know. I'm hearing Elena and Eva, like names with an E. Again, yeah, the five of sorry, the six of cups came through, and it's just another confirmation that you're really trying to implement back something that's been forgotten, you know? I feel like there might be some shame into this more freedom type of person that you are, more like you might be really like I don't know. I'm really trying because I sense it, but it's really hard to put into words. It's just that there's this energy that you were so carefree as a child, and you kind of like muted a little going growing up, and just real life gets in the way, and just things like this happen. But now you're trying to discover that side of yourself again, and you feel like it might be way too different from what you've been working in the last few years. I'm hearing 10 years or so. um that it's a bit clashing, and you're trying to kind of implement it together. I'm seeing someone like trying to solve a puzzle and trying to put the pieces together. So this might feel, and at the bottom of the deck you have the hermit. Yeah, you've been doing a lot of work, a lot of introspection on, like, and I'm seeing someone like with maths, the meme of the lady with the math and geometric stuff. I don't know, like I wasn't the best at maths at school, but you know what I mean? That energy, like you're trying to figure it out how to make this work, how to actually find those, that the feminine and the masculine energy make it work together. That's basically what you've been doing right now. And yeah, there's a lot of self-love involving right now. You're really trying to make your life cozier, and I am doing that too. So yeah, we love it here. We love that. Honestly, if you like that cozy life, you can follow me on Instagram. Um, and yeah, it's I really put a lot of time and effort into those things that I usually write in a week, and just post things throughout the week that just, I don't know, just a little plug in here if you're interested in the vibes. But going back to the reading, okay? What's the major obstacle? And I'm hearing over analytical. Okay, so you might be getting in your own way with the over analytical. Exactly. And you know what came out? Came out the 10 of swords. So you are really analytical and you're really trying to make this work out. And I'm hearing your guide saying, please, Anna, tell them to stop thinking. It's actually easier than you think it is. It's actually faster, I'm hearing, that you think it is. So there might be something that you are like you're expecting to receive, or like a result or something that you're manifesting right now to become or to have, that is deeply rooted with your identity and with those sides of yourself that are almost like, contrasting and like opposing. But they're saying, uh draw. And I'm hearing draw, literally just draw something or take a pen and just use the pen on a paper, however that looks like. If you want to write, if you want to draw something, even if you want to paint something. Pay, interesting. I almost say pay. Um and I'm hearing you have enough money. Yeah, you have enough money. Almost like it's okay. Like you will be okay with money. You will always have enough. Even if it doesn't look like that. And the three of swords came out in the reverse position. So that's basically how you can, you have to let go of that grief, and that um, there is some sort of like, almost like, take it with a, with a grain of salt, but there's this almost rejection to that side of you, the side that there's like, and I'm hearing there's been rejection for both sides, okay? Like the side that was carefree, because it was too much carefree, it was too carefree, and then the other side that is more analytical and more like structure, and also rejection towards that side. And it makes me a bit emotional almost, because I'm seeing a little girl beating themselves up, asking themselves like, what do I want to be? Like, what do I want to be? How do I want to project to myself? And this is basically the question of your life. If you're watching this, please know that there's more questions. This is what your guys are telling me. It's almost like if you have been obsessed with the question of how do I want to showcase myself into the world, which is not a bad question to ask, but it's not the only question to ask. And I'm hearing there's more important questions, and my third eye is buzzing right now. It's like almost like someone just kicked me in the third eye, because this is very important, and this is just a very important message that needs to go through for you. um yeah, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Empress, because you do have the power to make that happen, to get the answers. You have already the answers. And I feel like because of the grief that you've been holding onto that question, almost like you've been holding onto that question of what do you want to become, or how do you want to show up in the world, because there's something secretly out there, or maybe not so secret for you anymore, but for some of you I feel like you haven't realized it yet, but you have been too hard on yourself. Okay. And for some of you might feel like, but this is the normal, almost like the normal thing to do is to question how to show up. Almost like it sounds like my own voice when I talk to myself, and I kind of want to convince myself of something that I know it might not be the best thing to do, but it comes out as, and I'm making sure I'm still recording here because my microphone is all over the place. um yeah, it is just that energy of, oh wow, it's like I needed to take a I don't know if you feel like that, if you've been feeling lately, like you need to take a deep breath, like just slow down, breathe deeply. And I'm hearing take a journal and write down another question that you will like to ask. What is the question that you've been avoiding to ask? Because there's something you're avoiding here, I'm seeing. Okay, and your guides want me to uncover it with you and for you, because it's you also who's channeling and sending me these messages, believe it or not, okay? The Empress came out. The Empress came out. So it came out like this. Okay. So and it's there's like a more deep message coming through here. You see how the energy just quiet? Yeah. So I'm hearing it's not about who you are. It's about what do you want to do in the world. It's not the filter or the avatar. It's the essence of you. And this might not look like type A, type B, nerdy or not nerdy. I don't know what's the opposite, or natural or more superficial, it's not about that, but it's more like, how do you want to make others feel around you? How do you want to make, and I'm seeing a father figure. So if you have, and I'm hearing complicated relationship with your father, I'm sorry. Bigger trigger warning too. I'm sorry I didn't say that before, but if you do have a complicated relationship, there's something here that comes also with your father. Your father's energy might be stopping you from actually questioning yourself in a deeper level, which you already do, but it's almost like if you're swimming in the surface, and if you put the goggles on and you look down in the ocean, you see this wonderful, like just beautiful reef full of the starfish, and just beautiful fishes that are so colorful and vibrant, but you're just looking above the water. It's almost like you're looking at the tip of the iceberg. You're not looking beyond that, like really in the depth of your soul. And yeah, it's actually pretty deep. It is that deep, yeah. And that's why the Empress came out like that. It's almost like you don't understand. And I'm hearing, and it's really nice to hear this, by the way. And I'm thankful to be able to pass it through, because it feels really beautiful and angelic, that they're saying, you don't know how wonderful you are. You don't know, I'm hearing, how magnificent you are. You have no idea. Just put the goggles and look. And I'm hearing, ask someone else for the goggles. So if you need help, ask someone for help. If you need help into finding out that depth of your soul, find someone that you trust to ask them these questions, or to help you find out, even like conversations with your friends, and finding people that are more aligned with who you are. um Actually, there's something coming through really strong that I need to say it. If you do need a personal reading, I do personal reading, so you can check the link in my bio. um because I think for some of you it might be, I think for some, like really just a little amount, it might be really useful to do a personal reading, or something more like trying to make those questions, and maybe a bit more in depth kind of discovery or exploration. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. Um, yeah, so um, how is the universe supporting you? Like, this is what's coming through. How is the universe supporting you? I'm seeing angels singing. Like, I'm seeing angels singing. I'm telling you, this is so beautiful. Yeah, the universe is giving you an option. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. The universe is giving you the option to choose, like, where to go almost. Like, how do you want to express yourself? How do you want to live your life? Like, really bigger questions, right? The big questions that we make ourselves. Like, it's letting you choose, what's the life that you want. Like, are you willing to choose? I'm hearing. So there's someone that has analysis paralysis here. Guilty. Um, how else is the universe supporting? Thank you so much, angels, guides. You see? There is this new opportunity, there is this new reality, and I'm hearing new reality that's coming true, as long as you make a decision, as long as you ask for it. And I'm hearing, do not be afraid of making a decision, okay? Because we're constantly making decisions. If you do want to change your mind, if you do want to add something else, if you want to iterate anything after that, you can always do it. That's why maybe you have a lot of analysis paralysis, because you think that you are not able to change that in the future. But if you look back into your life, it's always changing. It has always changed. It was nothing really stagnant, even if it looked like it, even if you lived a very like routine oriented life, or you always went to the same places, met the same people. Even like that, there was always change. Change is the only constant. And I know that sounds cheesy and like Pinterest worthy quote, whatever, but it is true. It is true. You cannot avoid it. You cannot like eh, like just you can try, but you cannot. You just have to take one decision at a time and just trust that you're gonna make the right decision. This is what it all comes, like this reading is about, trust yourself. Like really trust yourself, not just a quote or read a book. Like really do the inner work and trust yourself. Trust that your body is safe. Trust that you are safe with the decision that you're making. Trust that the decision that you're making is aligned with who you are. Do not question yourself many multiple times. It's Yes, it's important to question yourself, obviously, because you don't want to make stupid, like rash decisions. But it's it's almost like you do it to your own detriment. Like it's almost like it's self-sabotaging at this point. Obviously, please do things with, your own judgment. I don't want you to do crazy stuff either, but just as long as you're not hurting anyone or yourself, I feel like it's fine. Um, yeah, that's really coming true. Um, there is a mom here, okay? There is a mom that's been helping you, like really helping you, and this one came through death. Death came true. So this is the end of a cycle for you. Um, this is the end of you not trusting yourself. I'm hearing. Like this is the end of you not trusting yourself. You have stopped now, and you have to move on from there. Okay? It's like you're almost going back to those old ways. You're almost making a decision and then you're like, wait a second, let me just go back. That energy. That energy. I mean, no judgment, no condemnation. That's um basically also part of my life. We all live that. Like we psychics, channelers, people that dedicate their lives to heal or whatever, energy healing, we also are also still humans, and putting ourselves or making like other people putting us in a pedestal doesn't do any good for us or anyone. I think it's important to take it like that. I don't know why I had to say it. Maybe there's someone here that also works with energy. um to Don't forget, you're a human, you're allowed to make mistakes, okay? This is important for someone out there. I don't know who, but someone. I'm seeing a guy. I'm seeing a guy here. Maybe it's that person. Maybe it's you. Um, yeah, so I feel like there's something closing right now. So thank you, Spirit. Tell us what is the possible outcome after, making the decision and trusting and letting go. Yeah. You're coming out of a stagnation. You're coming out of this moment of always like just being a stagnant almost and like paralyzed with analysis paralysis, you see? It came out the Four of Swords came out. Um, it's like we're done with that. Like as soon as you start trusting yourself, you're gonna see things rolling in your life. Almost like if life just stopped when you stop. Okay, when you stop really taking action that is inspire action, it's like almost you're like in this paralysis in your life. What else is a possible outcome? I'm hearing tell them to speak the truth. Maybe you're not being super honest with yourself and with others. So that's it. And then at the same time came out the Queen of Wands, which represents that you want to embody that energy of being in a different like place or position. I'm hearing in society, in your family. You want to be like you want people to look up to you. Um And I'm hearing, but she's not patient. And this one that came out like that, I usually say these are the surprise ones, and the world came out. So this is the final. Listen, you're causing a very intense, and I saw 2442 in the timer. You are closing a very intense cycle. You brought the world card as the last one of the outcome. So you have these cards here. um yeah, I feel like you are going to achieve that. You are going to make your decision. You are going to create this new reality. You're going to trust yourself, and I'm hearing, even if you don't believe it yet, you will push yourself to do that. And you know what? Yeah, like, people, I feel like you think you're almost like an imposter. Like, you are, and I'm seeing it here, like in the Queen of Wands. It's almost like you feel like someone is gonna discover that you're not this Queen of Wands that you pretend. That's why I said do not lie, but it's do not lie to yourself. And I'm hearing you already prepared to be here in this chair. You just have to believe it. You have to believe it, and you have to move on from all of this loop. And I'm hearing it's a loop that you've been moving back and forth. Um yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. Do you have any other cards, like any other beautiful, any other message? Okay, so this deck was looking at me all this time. Sorry for that. We're very intimate now. No, I'm kidding. Um, this one, the Divine Masters Oracle, was looking at me this whole time. So I decided to just bring it out because I feel like there's something there, and I'm hearing that you are connecting already. I'm seeing Jesus. There's a lot of Jesus. If you're connecting with Master Joshua, um, well, yaki you, first of all. He's amazing. He's wonderful. And I'm hearing he is here to help you reconnect with your inner child. So ask him for help if you are connected with him. If you're not, it's okay. I'm seeing more like intergalactic beings as well, angels. I'm seeing family that have passed on already, maybe grandparents. And they came two divine masters are helping you right now. It's Ishtar, um, inner learnings, follow your heart, truth prevails. Exactly, truth. There's a lot of truth, trust. Then we have Lady Portia, which is overcoming limitations, karmic release, let go of the need to be right. You see? Let go of the need to be right, to have the final word, to have the final answer, to really like think that you have to, that this is the last question. Sorry, I got distracted because the phone just vibrated. um it's, yeah, so okay, so there's this energy right now that's trying to pull me away from the reading, but we're not, we're staying here. I'm staying here with you. This is let go of the need to be right. So basically, you were asking the same question, thinking that you were going to get a different answer, when in reality, you just needed to make another questions that will be more deep, like, how do I want to make other people feel, instead of how do I show up? What do I wear? What type of person or what type of personality I'm hearing? And I'm seeing someone doing a personality test online. So if you do feel like that's been you lately, Lady Portia is here for you. She's really here, and if you feel like you need to connect with her, definitely I'll suggest you. I have connected with her before. This is very feminine, beautiful energy, and I'm feeling like a heat on the side of my head. So this is like pure divine love, and also almost like this heat reminds me of burning away the desire to be right. You know, once you do that, there is so much joy and happiness that you're gonna uncover. Okay, and I'm hearing you're not gonna lose. Just, you will always win. Even if it doesn't look like that, you're always winning something. You're always winning. And then we have Ishtar that says, follow your heart, truth prevails. So this is for that card, the Queen of Wands card, that was basically almost like you didn't believe that you were like that, or that people look up to you, like you think you're an imposter in that seat. But you think, right? And I say it very loudly, you think, but your soul knows that it belongs to that chair. And it's again reconnecting with that depth. Okay. So, anyways, I hope you have a beautiful day and that you're shining your light everywhere you go and that you feel happy. And you know what? If not, it's fine. You can go watch maybe Friends or whatever show you like. I like Sex and the City. And I hope that they don't put my video down because I said it. But yeah, go watch a cozy show. Go do like a nice iced coffee if you're in summer right now. I am in summer. I'm in Canada. Anywho, I already love you. Mwah. Bye. See you soon.